of these kind of games every year, and we had South Carolina on the schedule. This game was brought to us a little bit later on in the year. I think they probably reached out to us looking for a game, and it's kind of low-hanging fruit for us budget-wise. It gives us a big kind of kick in the pants that way. So when we saw it and with what they were offering, we can make pretty much what we make when we play the Carolinas and Clemson of the world in these kind of situations. Now, you would think that ordinarily you'd say UCF or South Florida, some of those kind of places, you'd be a little bit lesser kind of, as far as fanny out there in the street that you're going to, expose. Those guys wouldn't ordinarily beat you up but so bad. But in this particular case, these guys have gotten, a lot farther along in their program than some of the other schools that we play that way. So they are real good. And, the last few years, they've been, maybe top 15, somewhere in that neck of the woods kind of a place. So, we got our work cut out for them with us, but at the same time, these guys are pretty much, what you find when you start talking about when you want to try to make a guaranteed buck. It ended up really good because of the Celebration Bowl and the opportunity we got to, go out and showcase our guys that way. So that was a lot of fun and that kind of stuff. And we've had all kinds of honors and banquets and you name it because of that stuff. And deservedly so, but at the same time, we got to get out here in that hot sun and figure out how to get ready for Florida weather. We played Central Florida at 6, 7 o'clock. What time that game? 7 p.m. And it'll be in the mid 80s that time of day. And they got a little deal they call a wet bulb now, where they go out and they have this temperature deal, and we don't get a chance to practice at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the times that you actually got to use to acclimate for those kinds of circumstances. So we need to make sure that we've got as many bodies as we possibly can have in preparation for these guys, especially on defense, because Coach Malzahn and his outfit have been notorious for running a bunch of snaps. They're trying to run 100 snaps on you. Our team in general is in pretty good shape. We lost a couple guys. We supposedly had 9 guys coming back on both sides of the ball and all our specialists. We did lose Jalen Evans, our free safety, had a foot injury and had surgery. We lost a couple other guys, freshmen, that kind of stuff. We lost the defensive end, Zion Meadows, to surgery. Hopefully we'll get Zion back about mid-season. But we've had a couple injuries that way. And then we've got a little bit of COVID issues going too. And believe it or not, that stuff's still hanging out there. And I don't know if anybody knows, once upon a time I knew everybody on our team was vaccinated and all that kind of stuff. But when you start talking about boosters and this company suing that company and all kinds of stuff going on with the virus and the vaccinations and that kind of stuff, I don't know if anybody knows exactly where anybody is anymore. But anything you do at this point, you better be prepared to deal with, COVID style kind of issues, because we're still kind of, struggling a little bit with that kind of stuff. So.